taking on the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. To the air. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Davis now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Got it. Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
They'll run wide side. Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Palmer, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throw offside is complete on the diving effort. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Allen going to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Bills at 6-3 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Now a toss running left. This is Davis. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's taken in by Palmer. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Davis again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll try to pick it up, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it?
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. In motion comes the tight end left. They go play action here on 1st down. Now back foot throw there is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Davis running left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here we go. Cowboy, cut 19, cut 19 light.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate replicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Allen.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Miami.
And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
319.
From the gun, it's Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Saints 10. Ka'imi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run with Davis. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Allen now looks to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him.
A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Saints 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Palmer in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Groupie for the extra point.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
A final shot before half for Allen.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Davis.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were in this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Off play action. Davis. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Davis now from the gun on third down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Allen to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Bills are able to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Davis. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
This is intercepted.
Picked up by Alontae Taylor.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They begin with a run by Davis. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Operating from the gun, Davis. That is incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It's 2nd and 21 at the Saints' 39-yard line.
Here's Allen. Inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
42, Saints 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Davis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc. Because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Raymond. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Up the middle to Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Davis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So nothing doing there, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 10.
Round 80!
To the air, Allen.
Throw left side to Kincaid.
It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and a yard.
Second and 1.
They go again with Davis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, New Orleans.
On the carry, it's Davis. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a toss to Davis going right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Davis will try to run for it.
And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bills, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon